Hello there everybody, my name is eluukkanen and today we're going to be starting streaming very soon some composing and music stuff. Yeah, great to have you here today. It's a lovely day, as it's always when I'm here with you doing some composing stuff. How's your Friday? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I think my Friday is going pretty nicely. Last day was not my best. I was awake for a really long time, super long time. So I'm just glad that that day is over. That's why this is a great day, and we can soon start making some music. But I have to first share this stream in a few places. Shouldn't take that long, any longer. Your waiting will be rewarded, my friends, my family. Some streamers and people say like friends and family. I don't know. You're great people, but I wouldn't say family. Perhaps like a friends, or like buddies, or I don't know. What's the word? What should be the right word? Who knows? Anyways, I think we are ready to start now. Let's get the music out of the way and let's begin, shall we? Hello there, my name is eluukkanen and welcome to watch some I just noticed one thing that takes that number away. It's still in progress, nothing to show yet, but welcome to composing streaming. Today we're going to be composing some music. Oh, where's the window? Oh, here we are. We're still preparing some stuff. Everything is not very ready, but I have implemented some things in here. But here's a composing streaming session. We're going to compose a whole new song in just 2 hours, and you are having an exclusive moment to dive into it to see how that actually happened. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, okay. I just look at my mixer. Some of the audio things were off. Sometimes I see that is audio going. I think now I see. All right. Audio is going great. Still some technical issues, but don't worry about those. So, what we are going to do today is composing streaming, and we are going to. Oh, that was also left wrongly. That's not the composing topic today is very professional looking. I know, very professional looking. But we are going to compose today some medieval music, as you can see. So medieval background over there about a church. I think that's from a church, very beautiful church. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Welcome to see how the whole thing goes. And as always, you can affect the whole composition while I am here. You can join in the comments, join by just having a nice discussion, or you can actually just, well, depending what kind of people you are, you can just watch and see how the process actually is going. But we are going to stream this in 2 streams. Today, 1 hour stream, and tomorrow another 1 hour stream. So we have a good split in those. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So medieval music. What do we need when we do medieval stuff? Well, we first have to think about the instruments themselves and what kind of instruments we want to use. I think harp is, well, first thing comes to my mind is harp. Then what else? Some violins perhaps. Let's add a violin here. I'm just pressing a few instruments here, as you can see. Now we have harp and violin. I think you should be able to see it. No, okay, you use it. Great. So what else? What else should be considered medieval? Well, I'm not a historian, but I think some things which is, I think choir is something which is very vital to medieval atmosphere. You want to hear vocal sounds, because in previous times in history, only human voice. I think when we look at the churches and whatnot, at least in Europe, there was this kind of thing that an instruments are from the season and stuff. At least some churches and some priesthoods had this kind of idea. So usually human voice was preferred. Nowadays, actually, it has gone better, so we can have more instruments in churches and stuff. But back then, it was kind of an interesting thing that that was the case. Well, history is history. What else? Lute. Should we have a lute? I think we should. Let's have a treble lute there. Yeah, I think we should have kind of like imagine a bard playing his song. Usually there's kind of a lute instrument he's playing. So I think that should be one way we should start from, actually creating this song. If you have any other suggestions, let me know. But I'm going to start with these instruments. First, what I'm going to do, though, I am going to put some sound work to them. You can't actually see how the sound work goes, but you can hear every single sound going there. So, yeah, I because of the stream and streaming equipment, I can't get every single window which is connected to the program, but not actually part of the program, to be visible, unfortunately. But I hope the sound. And I think the sound can do the thing. I think the sound can get you through the atmosphere. Let's choose an instrument, right? Alright, so first, harp. Yeah, we have to put harp in here. I'm going to use one visual instrument which I just took a while ago. It's one of these free virtual instruments which you can get from internet, and I found this one was pretty neat. It had a harp, I think, pretty like I have still better sounding harp, but it's a different, so I'm going to use it nonetheless, because sometimes when you make music, you just get used to the old instruments you use all the time. So I'm going to be using something different this time. Ooh, very dramatic. So let's see how that sounds. Okay, that sounds not that good. Let's see. Can we edit it a little? Because it sounds too MIDI-ish sounding, even to me. Well, especially for me. Like, I've not been using MIDI for a while. And professional composers, ooh, MIDIs. Don't use that library. It is old and gone. By the way, how is your Friday going? I hope it's going well. Let me know. Oh, we have 4 people watching. Oh, lovely, lovely. So we have actually eyeballs watching this. Lovely. Sometimes when you do the streams, sometimes eyeballs are 0, so you have to be like, hey, we have a show going on here. And kind of having this kind of a mentality. But gladly we actually have people watching, so I'm happy. Where are you from? Are you from Finland or somewhere else? Let me know. So what we want to do is edit the sound a bit. So yeah, it doesn't sound that good. Let's add some reverb to it. Okay, it sounds very MIDI-ish, but let's try to edit it a bit. Let's try adding something. What about this one? Okay, this is interesting sounding. Like, I added a bell connected to it. Okay, it's not an actual instrument, but it sounds interesting. So let's keep it that. We have that now done. And let's now continue to something else, which is, of course, the lute. Lute, we want to make sound very, not guitar, but we want to have that kind of feeling there. It feels authentic. Hey, I'm the same old Ryan V, but with a new name. Oh, I see, a shortened one. I see, lovely. May I ask, why did you shorten your name? Just curious. Sometimes people do name changes for different reasons. I think I'm going to keep my eluukkanen name, just because I've been using it too much. And I like it. I actually like it. Like, I wouldn't want to change my name, but if I would, I really don't know what would be the best, because I think eluukkanen has this kind of a catchy to it, perhaps. But why Ryn? Ryn sounds like some kind of Japanese Ryn. I don't know. So, what now? Okay, this is now the beginning of the lute instrument. It's very basic, but let's get some touch to it. Let's have some touch at actually something like this, right? And this. I think we could use this, but let's still edit it a bit. But yeah, welcome to Join Ryan. How is your Friday? I hope it's going well, because my Friday, full of passion. So what we want to do is now we have to get actually tempo going. We haven't still started the thing yet, but now we're actually going to start it. Not just talking and me smiling and doing this kind of thing. Actually, we are going to get to the composition making. So what are we going to do? We'll put the 50 as the tempo, which is going to show how quickly the composition is going to go. And then we're going to add what's this? Key signature. Let's add this one. I think this is fine. Rune just looks more simplified. Plus, maybe privacy reasons. I prefer not using my full name. Haha. Yeah. I don't know. The spy tech is now so highly that if somebody really wants to find your real name, it's very easy. But I can understand. What you mean. Blacks 100DK. Welcome here. Great to have you here. Imagine the music will turn out a bit like Skyrim music. Okay, let's actually try something. Let's say. Okay, it's from A. So here, let's start actually making some notes. Oh, the first notes they shall come are from Denmark. Lovely. Blacks 100DK. Yeah, Denmark. I know. I knew one friend from there, but we kind of grew separate. It's kind of a small. Well, it's not that small country. It's a highly populated one, much more populated than Finland. But it's a small, compared to the size of Finland, it's there. Denmark. Very medievalish country, has a long history. Okay, now I started making some tavern themes, but does it fit the background? Well, we shall see. We shall actually see. Oh, the play button. Let me just I can't play the goddamn composition. Let me just okay, there's a problem over here. Let me try to solve it. I can't actually play the composition. Now I can. Okay. There's actually a problem. That didn't sound good. Where were those two notes coming from? Okay, there's some kind of an issue around here. Let me just check that out. Did you hear these sounds? There's actually no notes. Oh, okay, now I understand it. Okay, my tempo. Okay, one of my instruments has been connected to my tempo. Okay, let me just like this one. I'll be like a what's the? You want to hear if you want to hear tempo, you have these wood blocks. You do this. It was connected to that because the composition program has that connected to it. Okay, now let's not fool around. Let's actually make some music. So I want this to hear. Oh, god damn it! Actually have to be. Okay, now we have the guitar sound there. And okay, now finally actually starting doing some music here. And in some case, if you wonder what kind of stuff I do here and why I'm doing this, I'm just improvising and see where it leads. But if you have any kind of idea where to take the composition, if you have any music instrument ideas which would be connected to medieval stuff, let me know. I'd love to hear. And this is all about you affecting the composition. You can do that. You can actually do that. Hello, Victor Augusto. Welcome. How is your Friday? Welcome to the stream. We are just about to start this thing. Oh, god damn it. And that's the instrument. Which in the beginning was troubling. Now we take it away. Now it's away. Very simple, and I think if you think something like, hey, I want to make a medieval stuff music, and then you make this kind of thing. It's not very complex, I tell you. Just look at it. Yeah. But now let's make it more complex. Let's not have any pity let's actually do some stuff. Oh, so do 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 and but yeah, medieval is the music of medieval times. It was so complex, and I think, well, some might think not that complex. Of course, the instruments have changed, and of course, we have new genres. But it had this sort of very root level connection to the actual nature. Like I can't say it, like the traditionality of music. If you still listen to traditional music, it has still connected roots to the medieval music, because that was actually the medieval music and traditional music. They were much closer than actually classical music and things which developed from that. So that's why I just like it. That traditional music, I love listening to that, and I love actually making it. So yeah, there's that. Very simple. But don't you worry, we will start to change. I'm just thinking where to go. Okay, we have first lines of music. Now let's start building some harp themes. I think we could do this. Like, let's do this one. Okay, put some bars over here. Okay, now actually let's add some other things. So now we have this. Okay, so let's start with some bass stuff over there. Some very deep basso music. Very deep. If you have any medieval kind of ideas of the music, or if you just want to share some of your favorite medieval tunes, if you have any, let me know. Let me know. And so we start from very simple notes, but as every creation, like, do you think of, like, imagine a drawing, a sketch. In the beginning, it doesn't look much, but then it develops into something meaningful, and we are doing just that. Okay, actually, we can't hear anything. Oh, that's weird. Let's. Weird. I can't actually hear anything. Let's try putting them up. Perhaps it's from the instrument. Sometimes they do this kind of thing. Let's just test. What's wrong with the whole thing? There's something is terribly wrong. Well, let's look at that. Sometimes the composition program is not following my orders. I'm sorry to say that, but don't you worry, we are getting there. We're actually getting out of that now. So I changed the instrument to actual harp. That last instrument was really bad choice, I tell you. But now it's better, I think. Let's try. We can still hear anything. What's wrong? There's something wrong here. Something is terribly wrong. And actually just... we are starting the stream and it also already goes badly. Oh my, this is bad. But we are not making that to stop us. Now that's not the thing. So, let me actually just quit this one. And get it again over here. Yeah. Okay, let's start again. Perhaps now. Ah. Yeah. Okay, now we have it. Now we have it. So this is what I wanted to have. Just a simple harp. 2 notes going up and down, up and down. Let's see how it goes, actually. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. And now we change this. Okay, now we have a minor detail change, let's say. And again. And again. So, very simple, basic beginning. But now, let's add the core to the mix. And I'm also going to add some strings, because strings are needed always. You know, medieval music, you always think about strings and violin and all those other things connected to that. Yeah. Like, actually, like, that's what I think. That comes to my mind. What comes to your mind when thinking about medieval music? Do you have any instrument ideas? Let me know. Anything, let me know. It has been a bit slow start, I have to tell you, but don't you worry, we're getting to actual stuff right here. And yeah, sometimes it's much slower, the actual process, but our screen is dead. Screen is dead! Ooh, god damn it. God damn it. Like, this, see, this is the thing it does. Oh, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. Okay, this has been bad. Okay, and note this, this one. Alright. Now, this is the right window. Alright, let's do some professional streaming. Now, we actually have a window over here, and thanks, Rune, to say that. Thanks to say that. Oh, much shame. But what can I do? What can I do? You know, that's what is intriguing about live sessions. Sometimes you do this kind of fuck-ups, and you really can't do anything about it. But let's hope people forgive those kind of things. Nobody, I can't call them now. But we learn. Now I'm actually putting some qua sounds to the mix. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, like, why I choose medieval style music? Well, perhaps just, well, I love medieval music because of the reasons I said, but also just to kind of try new things. I want to have this kind of guitar going very gently. First a gentle beginning, then it grows, then it gets bigger. We have to see how that turns out to be. But let's now add the core sound over here. Here we are. We're actually adding the sound. So now, yeah, this is composing is a slow process, and once you get hold of it, then it goes forward. But at the beginning, it is low. Yeah, I wonder, but I think. Okay, now we have the qua. I think we have the qua. Yeah, alright. So let's get the beginning. So imagine a snowy scene. Exactly a snowy scene. And this place. Let me just think when to add the qua. Okay, let's add the qua in here. Alright, this way and this way. And alright. By the way, the Friday is today. What's your plans for Friday? What are you going to do today, people who are watching? It's black right now. What do you mean? I hope it's not black at the moment. Let me know, because I sometimes can't see. Thanks for your patience, but now let's get to the composing stuff. So, medieval stuff. Harp goes with this. Let's actually put you on some keyboard so you can see what happens. Your stream is delayed, Blacks. Ah, yeah. Click the live button. Yeah, but now I think there's no blackness. Sometimes that kind of things happen. That sometimes, sometimes I watch these streams. I know, like I'm when the comment section is different. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Yeah. But now we are everybody on live, so it's very modest. But now when the core section comes. And then I think we could, and okay, let's put these in different lines. So we want to have this kind of a building atmosphere. So now I think the beginning part is not ready. We still need to add some things in there, and I'm going to add the strings. Strings are going to be the solution for this thing. Let me just look through things here. Okay, so now the string instrument over here. Let's open it. Virtuoso here, right? Let me edit the instruments over here. So now. You can't actually see anything, but you will hear very soon once I do some settings ready. Alright, alright. Actually, these are not strings. I think we could have some... perhaps some... I don't know. I don't really know. Should we have strings or horns? Let's try with horns first. And if that doesn't work, let's then have something else. So... Okay, this sounds weird. This sounds weird in many ways. Let me try to edit that. Sounds too like a bad quality. Let me just try to make the quality better. Let me try to make the quality better. Because the instruments are important. Without proper instruments, you can't really have a good sounding song. So let's have change the instrument over here. Yeah, nothing to see yet. You shall see very soon. Very soon. MIDI channel. Alright. Here we are. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, now everything is not going... Now it's... Okay. Alright. Alright, now we have the horn instrument over here. Alright. Let's actually have some balls in the beginning. Okay, so I have been in the beginning of the stream just wondering what kind of song we could actually do. And I have been not sure, I have to tell you. Sometimes you kind of get these blackout moments, but now, especially with those kind of streaming errors, but now let's try something like this. Something like this. Right, like this. Something like this, alright? And now, this is very simple. Now let's add some percussions to the mix. Percussions, my friend, yeah. So, medieval percussion is very much connected to medieval music, as you know. And let's add some tambourines. Yeah, let's add some tambourines, exactly. Yeah. Tambourines like this. Actually, like, the thing is, you might see, like, it might see that I'm actually thinking a lot. But it's actually just a guessing, because when you do a composition in 1 hour or 2 hours, you have to really just guess and try out some things. And you can't really put too much thought on it, otherwise it will not sound that good. But now we're actually changing this to actual violin. So let's see. So the beginning might sound like this. Okay, the horn sound is very bad. Let me try to change that. It is not something I really want to have. Let's have this one in here and this one in here. And still something like this. Okay, still doesn't sound good. Let me still try to edit that, because I want the sounds to be perfect. Like, imagine you doing a painting and then the oil colors you want to use are like some very bad supermarket quality. You want to have those ones good. You really want those to be good sounding. Otherwise, why bother doing actual music? So, let's see. Okay, this sounds bad. Even worse. Alright, better. I suppose better. Let's see how it goes. Okay, the horn idea was bad. Let's scrap all of that, and I think we should actually make it as a violin. Yeah, actually as a violin it might work better. Actually as a violin it could do much more. So let's try that. Now you can see I changed it to violin. Yeah, I think it sounds much better. The last sound quality was bad. I'm sorry that you had to experience that. I have much better sounds. I just found one good free sound library and downloaded that yesterday, and some of the sounds were good, like the guitar sound, but other ones were really bad. I thought I could use the horn one, but I was wrong. I was definitely wrong about that. Okay, this is much better sounding, I suppose. Okay, I think we could do. Oh yes, let's do this. Now we have something medievalish going on here. As you see, it has changed quite a lot in just past 30 minutes. We have still 30 minutes. Let's use all that time, shall we? Let's use all that time. And we could do. Actually, this. All right, let's try this, and let's continue forward. We can't just be in the beginning all the time, so let's delve in. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Let's take the violin out of the whole picture, and let's continue. All right. So the beginning, I suppose there's some kind of tune to it, but I still have to think about it. The instrument of cello, I think, doesn't fit there as much I thought it could. So perhaps just violin. Perhaps just violin. Let me know your thoughts on the current composition. If you hate it, let me know. If you love it, let me know, because I want to get in the right direction, and you are the reason I am getting it right sometimes. Sometimes I do mistakes, and having you there to say that, like, just say critical thoughts. Don't think like I'm getting offended. No, if you just say that's trash, I will take it. I will take it. Sometimes criticism, even rough one, can really make you learn. And I want to learn with these sessions. I want to get better. And making songs live, it's hard. And especially ready songs for 2 hours. So we should use all ways to learn. And now we could have actually this one. Okay, this sounds bad. Violin, let's change the violin exactly. Perhaps next time I will be making the sound edits already before the stream, because this is taking too much time to make actually sound. Like this, alright. And we could do like this. Alright, let's see how that goes. Okay, let's have a much bigger scale now. So now we have this as beginning. But now let's make it even bigger. What should make it bigger? What could actually make it bigger? We shall see. Qua perhaps should start from here. and it could grow. Alright, like this. Good, good. Now, let's put this one to the actual violin. I think lute doesn't fit that well. Actually, we have to think some other kind of a sound for lute. Let me just edit the sound of lute a little bit. By the way, do you think this kind of a system is good? Like, the beginning has this pattern of like violins going this, and then it changes to the lute. Do you think it's good, or should I change that the violin should be a more dominant instrument? Let me know, because I am still thinking of one possibility which I could do, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure yet. Let's see. Okay. Now I have an idea. So the medieval instrument, it was kind of this. Well, those were usually played in a festive occasions. You know, king one that have celebration after a great battle, for things like that. So let's have first for the song begins. Like this, like this. Hey, thanks for watching this long the composition session, even though there were some kind of bad things which happened, but gladly that didn't stop you. Gladly, because sometimes live sessions are like this, but oh, let's see. And and let's do like this. So simple but still listenable. Let's see. I think we could have tempo risen. Let's rise tempo for this much. All right, and let's do this. All right, got it. Let's see how it sounds. I think like kind of that kind of a tender beginning could work. Actually, it could work. Let's try that. And now let's add some down lute instruments. Do like this. Do something in very deep for the lute. You know, a real instrument couldn't play this, but actually we don't care. We just want to make good sounding music. That's what we care about. Isn't that right, guys? Isn't that right? Alright. Yeah, today I was playing with my friends again, you know, just some medieval games, you know, warfare and stuff, and I just think that like good sounding medieval music is really needed. It was a good medieval game, but the music didn't sound that medieval. So we are trying to mimic a little bit more medieval, or perhaps some fantastic medieval settings. Perhaps not really like if you really want to make root down medieval music, we would do it playable. But this is not playable, so take it as you will. Okay, I think this is not a good idea. Let's have to just this. And this. Alright. And let's change a bit the sound. I think we need... Okay, this is not the one we want. We want to have... Yeah, might look better. Blacks 100 DK. I use FL Studio. This looks much harder to make music with. Yeah, it depends. It depends. I just today made one composition. It just 1 hour because I got in the mood. It is that I have gotten of the years just gotten very used to use this program. So it's not a problem for me to use it actually. Like I can make really music really fast if I just want to. Now it's a problem of getting a really inspirational beginning. Well, let's. I think we have something here which could be used. So you use FL Studio. Ah, I see. Yeah, FL Studio you play and it kind of gets to the program. I actually have to notate every single note like you're doing a paper notation, but with computer. It's harder, but I think much more rewarding to the details. FL Studio is good for a kind of big scale harmonies to do faster. Yeah. Let's get actually. Now it starts to sound something. Okay. That was a mistake. Ah, you placed the notes with mouse. Ah, I see. I thought the FL Studio was only played. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. That was very rude to me to say. Oh, you filthy casual, just putting notes with your keypads and stuff. Well, of course, the keyboards, I don't mind it, but I just like putting details there. So you do composition? Oh, yeah, nice. What kind of music do you do? Have you done some composing recently? Let me know. And I think we could do this. Yeah. And yeah, details are really important, and I think notation and I think using the mouse is much better in that way, because you really can get to the those things which make the song to be alive. Because I think it's kind of a cheating to just play the song, but I don't mind those who just do that. Big composers or do compositions with very well-known ones do actually with playing. But the thing is, the songs are as good as you can play them. Yeah, I think that's the limit of the composition will be as how well you can play the composition. All right. So you say I have a bit of my bit music on my channel, but not a pro. Well, who's the professional here? You really have to be doing music for a lot of movies and stuff to be a professional. I can't really say I'm a professional, even though I do this on daily basis. But I think the line between professionality, I don't really care. Only thing I care about is what kind of music do you do, really. It's just that there's so many good indie composers out there. So good, and they are not known. There's so many good. I'm not talking about myself. So many known, so many not very well known composers, and so much good music out there. Let me just see. So what I want to do is when this changes. How much time we have? 19 minutes. All right, we are doing some great progress here today. Yeah, lovely. And now what we want to have is, let's add some well needed timpani, and what we else need is let's add some something else. Something else. It's another instrument. I just love adding new instruments because I think this composition is not yet ready with its instrumentation. We need to add the tunes. We need to add the soul to the music. And at the moment, it's still a soulless entity. But we still have time. We still know the way. Let's see. I think we could add some actually like not human sounds. Let's try something else. Let's try something bit medieval-ish. Okay, that's not medieval-ish, but let's hear it nonetheless. By the way, how's it going, everybody? How's it going, everybody? I hope you are enjoying the stream. Yeah, the beginning was rough, but it's good to get back to the whole thing and just make music. It's a good practice to me just to compose. Okay, this is not sounding. Yeah, this is actually not good. Let's change to something else. Oh, like this one, perhaps. Dream of the moon. Oh, this might be good. So, I don't really categorize mine. Your music sounds better than better. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you think so. It's a slow process. I think we should sometimes perhaps compose even longer sessions, but that's the time frame we have, and we really can get out of that. We really can't cheat. I take that responsibility. We cannot just cheat our way to victory. What else? What we have? Yeah, this we want to have. Yeah, but yeah, it's the music categorization. Like you can have a jazz composition, and you can have classical composition, and those songs they can have influences from both. I find very hard to categorize, do very strict categorizing ever. And let's have it like this. And now what we are going to add also is percussion, more rhythm. Oh yeah. Like this, alright, so we now have something. Let's put on another tabs over here. I'm making the composition a little longer. Currently I'm editing the part after the beginning. Yeah, it's I want to have this kind of a good transition to it, to introduce you the drum before, like this, and then have this one also combine. Yeah, and let's add also this here to the mix. Yeah, and the final touch. Like this, a long note. And let's have the other violin to come to join as well. Yeah, it's Have you tried the Spyro sound font? What's that? Let me know what that is. I have to tell you, like, perhaps it's something like everybody knows, but I don't know. I have to be honest. I could say, oh, I know that, I'm professional, but I really don't know what you're talking about. Perhaps it's something I know, but I just don't recognize. Let me know what that is. It's some kind of a sound. Like, do you mean the Spyro remixes, or what do you mean? Let me know. Or some instruments. I don't know. Who knows? And like this. Right, and then it could transform into. Alright, I'm not talking much, but what I'm doing is I'm adding like a transition part between the beginning. Let's hear the whole thing. We have 1 minute of music, guys. 1 minute of music. It's pretty good. Not ready music, but I think ready music we have like 45 seconds. So it's good progress so far. Let's keep continuing, shall we? Let's keep continuing. I think this is going well. But you mean us? Okay, sound instruments. I see. I think are they originally made for Spyro? I think he used the composer of Spyro music. He used some kind of a library. Yeah, perhaps like I think the library still exists. You could actually have it, but I do not have it in my collection. Like when I do Spyro remakes, I just I want to update. If I think I could do some like in the future perhaps like imitating Spyro, but I don't know. Does it feel like I think I could, but what I love to do with just adding to the old compositions which are already really good, just a new flavor. It's hard to make a very connected music for any kind of game because you don't want to plagiarize the music. What I've seen when somebody has done like let's say Kingdom Hearts, like a song which tries to mimic the style of Kingdom Hearts, it actually goes too far. There's a hard balance because if you want to make it sound Kingdom Hearts and people to enjoy it, oh, this is just like from Kingdom Hearts, then you have to have the same elements as if you like, and also melody lines, violin doing this sort of stuff and stuff. I don't want to plagiarize. So if I would really want to make an original composition, it would take a lot, much more than just those sounds. But no, I don't have those. From the Stewart Copeland, I think that's the composer. Yeah. How many minutes do we have? Oh, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Ooh. They are free, so they can be downloaded from somewhere. I see. I see. Hey, let me know if you know about that more. Please share the information. I think people from the stream even want to know. Perhaps like many people from my, who subscribe my content, they like the Spyro remakes. Like I don't know, it has been a very big video series for me. People have been voting it constantly. I've been counting votes and always, every day, like, Spyro vote. Oh, okay. And another Spyro vote. Oh, right. Like, it's kind of a series which if they are going to announce it this year, that they are going to make Spyro remake, it's remastered, like the Crash remastered was made a game, then it will be big. Remove the spaces. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Like, what do you mean? Well, this one. Yeah, this space. I think we could add something in there. I think what could be added though? Like, I think this could be a section. Like listen to this. It has gap here. Oh yeah, you can't post a link. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me the video's name and the channel's name. I will visit that. Unfortunately, there's some restrictions to the streaming program I use. It doesn't allow links because of spamming and stuff. I have had someone spamming me bad links before. I know it has been nasty. But if you can tell the name of that channel, I will have a check. If it's not too complex name, I think. Yeah. I can actually do that. Yeah. Hey. That's interesting. That's really interesting. To delve into those. Spyro Soundfront collection. Let me Google that. Let me Google just now that I won't just forget it. Spyro Sound Font collection. This is interesting. It's still loading. Yeah, let's see other composition. We have 7 minutes. I think we could actually just continue the composition, and then when the 7 minutes is over, let's have a quick check of that that channel. It looks interesting, but now we have to make some progress as well. We can't just be slacking around. You don't want to me seeing just like listing some Spyro things, of course. You want perhaps, but I think we should just focus on the composition at the moment. Just make it there. Make it continue. Yeah, this channel, I know. I think I saw it. Yeah, it's the Spyro with sunglasses. Yeah, I saw it. Lovely. Interesting. So he has made like a... And this is not very old, isn't it? This is not very old. And got some attraction. Pretty nice. Hey, this is actually pretty interesting. Like, this is like 3 weeks away or something. Ooh. Hey, thanks, my friend. Thanks, Blacks. This is actually pretty useful. If I could actually download and use those to make some Spyro music, who knows? Perhaps we could actually make a Spyro music composing stream someday. Yeah. But now, how many minutes we have? We have 6 minutes. Let's use those minutes. So, what we have here is... we actually are not ending with this amount of instruments. We need some drama here. Drama. And what we're going to use that drama for, we think we're going to have some horns here. Actual horns, not that bad ones from the beginning. Yeah, hey, thanks, Blacks. Is that how you call... is that how we call your name? Blacks 100DK. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Though. Like, perhaps you will be seeing some Spyro stuff, like, connected to that. Like, yeah. It's, the Spyro music overall. It's, because he's a drummer. The Stefan Copeland, I think. He's a drummer. From the origin. So, drum is very essential to his... Oh, Blacks. Alright, let's call you Blacks then. Yeah, like, the drums were very essential to his composition. Drums, like he was a drummer, so he used the drums in a way that they were a backbone of the compositions. If you have seen some of my music, drums are not the most essential instruments for me. I'm not starting with the drums. Drums are kind of a back there, you know, first melody and then drums, but he actually, I think if he has started from composing, he has actually put the drum notes first to get some good beats there first and then actually music afterwards. And that's not a bad way to compose. That is actually not a bad way to compose. Because if you want to make these energetic, yeah, that's the word, energetic tracks, then you want to have some beat in there, like but otherwise, if you want to have melody music like me, I'm not. That's why I'm not starting with that one. So. Yeah, but it's true. But it is true because like some composers don't want to admit, but the instruments they play have a big impact, even though they don't want that. It has a big impact on how they compose. I'm a pianist, so I compose like a pianist. I have to admit, I try to get away from that. I try to analyze more instruments, but I still have the touch of the piano behind my back and just like, oh, don't think this like piano music. Like with piano, you can have rhythm, harmony, and melody at the same time. So but that's why I think more about melody more than anything else. Melody is very important to me when starting a composition. And now we have so and for some other instruments like let's say violin, if you play violin, you might think more about the melody as well. And actually pianists should like if let's say like if you are a pianist, usually the pianist thinks about rhythmic and very organized. Like he can see harmony, a melody and a beat at the same time, but he's not masterful in them. Like a pianist knows all of them, but has not only focus on them, so he doesn't know as much as violin knows about actually making violin melody. If that makes any sense. I don't know, does that make any sense? But this is how I think how instruments really affects. And for Stewart Copeland's compositions for Spyro, drums are really essential. Drums are super essential. And let's see. And here. I don't know, does this kind of a melody make any sense? But let's try them. We have more music and how much time? We have actually 1 minute. Just let's listen and then continue tomorrow. And let's have a listen of those videos which Black's 100DK just sent us. Let's have a look of that after we listen this one time. I think we could do. Let's do still this. one thing before we finish. And also this. Yeah, no more blank spaces. Let's get rid of those. Yeah. And let's do this. Let me just, like, I'm being a bit quiet this session. Like, usually I talk about and discuss and stuff, but like, I don't know. My brain cells just don't function today as they normally could. Like, I have to really get focused on the composition. It's perhaps because I have not slept too much today. And yeah, like, I streamed yesterday 3 hours of Monster Hunter in Twitch, so no more that kind of long sessions. Oh, like, that takes all my energy. All. Still a lot of harmony work has to be done, but I think it's a session end for us. Hey, thanks for coming to watch the composition streaming session. Yeah, it was a kind of a session where we had our difficulties, but we overcome them. And we actually, you know, I don't know, have we seen you blacks in previous sessions, but it's great to have you here. And everybody else as well. Thanks for coming to watch. But now, also, if you have any like notes or anything, just ideas, did you like the song? Please let me know. Because this session is for you. I want to know what you think about. Very harmonious. Oh, I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think so. I think we are on the right track. Not perfect yet. We still need to work tomorrow a ton to get this work. But we have the basis there. So I think tomorrow at 10 p.m. UTC London time, we can actually finish this. Welcome to join 10. But now, let's watch the spiral thing. I think we could actually watch it. Let me just see and how it sounds first. And if it's not, like, I don't really know. Let's have a look. Because this is stuff from the video which Black's 100 says. Are you actually a creator of this or just found this yourself? So he says talking about the instruments. Let's see what kind of other instruments we have. He has done some updates, you know, played and put them there. Let's see. So actually there are instruments for these levels in here. Let me just show you. I don't think we are going to get copyright strike because of this. I don't think so. So let me just show. Let me just try this. I just found. Why? Now we just get it. Let me just try to get the oh, interesting. I didn't know that they were unique of their own. I thought like I actually thought they were part of something big, like very big, but like some kind of a library which he bought. If they are individual instruments made by him, that's like the Stewart couple, and I just have to clap for him. Like, and people who are composers are interested about this. I think this kind of instruments, having them is useful. I think you should go and have a look. Let me just copy the link if you want to go there. I think we could have some promotion to his channel. I think I can post this myself. Yeah, this is the channel. I don't know. Can you press it in the? Can you actually press it? Can you? No, you can't. Let me just put it here. Now you can actually press the link. There's a link for the channel and have a look about that. Yeah. If you're a composer and want to really make this sort of song, perhaps it's good. But anyways, it has been a long session today. Like, I really want to go to sauna now. Yeah, we have sauna today in Finland. It's a Finnish tradition and whatnot. But what I'm going to say is, thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed. Let's continue tomorrow, and wherever you are, whoever you are, I wish you a great day. See you later. It was pretty good stream. I think it was a good stream. We were able to make some medievalish themes together. Let's continue making those in future. See you later, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. I have to tell you, I was quite, if you didn't see, I was a bit tired from the yesterday. So I was not as energetic as I usually I am. But, not today. But hey, have a look at the YouTube link and see you next time.